Hello, welcome everyone. This is Lace Bakay. I'm one of the technology adoption consultants at Education Commons. Today we're going to talk about how to schedule and manage appointments smarter and easier with MS Bookings. Our agenda for today includes what is MS Bookings, what are the key features, why is Education Commons promoting MS Bookings, and we will do a quick demonstration, and what are the things to consider before you start your MS Bookings. Right, so now what is MS Bookings? MS Bookings is a scheduling tool that is part of the Office 365 suite. It is free for use for faculty and staff, and it includes a web-based booking calendar, which is integrated to your Outlook staff calendar, so you don't have to do a lot of email threads between appointments, and it provides flexibility to book a time that works best for the user. So possible use cases that we have identified are the following. Advertise program or service offerings and assign specific staff to provide a service. So for example, in a department and you are offering several programs that has its own specialization, you can assign a specific staff to coordinate with students who are interested to know more about a specific program. And another use case is as a scheduling tool embedded on your departmental website. So which is great because as a prospective student, I can just visit your website and I can book an appointment for consultation. And lastly, set up meeting with one or multiple students. So let's say you have a group project, group assignment within your class. You can meet the whole group all at once and they can just book it all together. And again, it lessens the back and forth email between the students and the professor, the instructor, and the TAs or the GAs. On the next slide, I will be showing you screen captures or screenshots of how it looks like on a live MS Booking site. Just like on this page, it says advertise service offerings. As you can see from the screenshot, there are services that we offer here at Education Commons. It's on the top part side, in-person support, computer deployment as an example, and at the bottom there are dates. And then on the right hand side, you can be able to see the time, and on the drop down arrow, you can also select a specific staff that you want to talk to or you want to get the help from. Right, scheduling tool embedded on your website. This is one of the cool features that I personally like. There is an HTML code, an iframe code that you can copy paste on your own website and you don't have to code it yourself. And the last use case is set up appointments with one or multiple students. So under the service name of the service that you offer, so let's say research group consultation, you can set the maximum attendees to 1, 2, or 3, and the maximum is 999. And with this feature, you can, the group of students can just book it all at the same time for the same time frame, and you don't have to schedule different appointments for each group. In addition, if you have TAs or RAs, the student can select that specific person they need to have an appointment with. So here are some of the key features why Education Commons is really promoting MS Bookings. Number one, it reduces emails and appointment phone calls. Sometimes you are overwhelmed with so many emails and your phone keeps on ringing. With MS Bookings, clients or prospective students can just book the appointment without expecting your response from their email or waiting for a response from your email or waiting for you to get back to them. Number two, there is a client service rescheduling and cancellation feature. Once the booking has been made, the person who booked the appointment will get an email, and then from that email notification, they can be able to cancel their own appointment if something comes up, or they can just cancel it if they found the answer somewhere else. Third feature is that it syncs to your Outlook calendar, and you don't have to manually add new appointments to your own calendar, and you can use your time to something else. And there is, number four, and there is an MS Teams session link that is embedded on the calendar invite. So you don't have to select if it's Skype, which is the built-in tool in our Outlook calendar, or MS Teams. It's readily available. And once you turn on the feature for online sessions, it's automatically syncs and links to your MS Teams. And lastly, it's customizable. You can be able to add buffer time in between appointments. You can even set a custom email reminders and add your departmental logo and change some of the color schemes to your own liking. So now we are going to proceed with a little demonstration for MS bookings. So now I'm just going to log out and go to my email in the web, and then I'm going to go to the app launcher. And then click on MS Bookings. So if MS Bookings is not available here, please click on All Apps and find MS Bookings. Usually it's alphabetically arranged and it will be on top of the page. So let's click with MS Bookings. Alright, so this is the sample of an MS Booking site. I've created this demo page for everyone. And then when you click on the drop-down arrow and click on Open, you can be able to find your live page. So for example here, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to type and show you the Education Commons live site. Let me just type it down, Education Commons, and I'll find the one that with the correct logo. All right. But if you want to create a new site, instead of selecting open, you can click on new. All right, so now let's just use this demo page because we're just doing this for the purpose of demonstration. So the first thing that you need to set up is go to business information. So this is where you are going to type what is the business name. I just quote unquote that because you can use different names here. You can use Easy Demo Page, or if you are teaching a course, you can type your course code in here. Let's say LEC 101, for example. If you would like, you can add your address here, and then if it's like research site, for example, I highly recommend, instead of using a personal email address, that's what you can see here on the demonstration, which is myself, you can change this to your group or your shared research email account. Also in this page, you can see here the currency, but you can just ignore this because most of the services that I assume that you will be offering is free. So you can just ignore that. And then for here, as I mentioned earlier, you can customize and upload your own logo. So your research logo, you can upload it in here. It accepts multiple or different file structure. And then here in the business hours, so let's say you don't want to get an appointment on Mondays, so you can just select you're closed on Mondays. And let's say on Tuesdays, you want to take appointments from noon to, let's say, 4 o'clock. So this is where you're going to customize it. And same thing follows on the other days. So let's say Friday, you don't want to do book any schedule because you have a class, you can also close that. And here, make sure that any changes that you make on this page, make sure that you save it. Otherwise, all these changes won't be shown on your site. So the next part that we're going to set up is services. So for the purposes of this demo, I have created a sample, which is initial consult. But when you click on the plus icon, add a service, this is where you're going to put what are the services that you want to offer. For example, assignment consultation 1 or assignment consultation 2, and then you can put a description so that the students would know what is it for. Default location, usually if it's now that we are working from home, just put nothing in there, or if you want to book physically in a room, just type your room number. Here, this is what I mentioned a while ago. Make sure that you turn on add online booking so that MS Teams is embedded and readily available for all your online consultation. Right, so now let's clear here. Buffer time, wherein people can book. So if you don't want to have a back-to-back appointment, make sure that you turn this on. But otherwise, just turn it off. And then I like this feature to be turned on. Let customers manage their own appointments. So this is where I mentioned earlier, if something happens, you want your students or the people who wants to book an appointment with you to make changes on their own appointment instead of sending you an email or a phone call. Okay. And then now here, the maximum attendees. I have mentioned this earlier as well. So if you only want to have a one-on-one appointment, keep this into one, but if it's a group appointment, you can change this to the number or the maximum number of the group members per your group. So let's say 5, so that everyone can pick the same, so the students can pick the same time to have an appointment with you. And here you can add like your customized email confirmation if you would like, but usually I just like leave it as is. And then an online scheduling policy option. So I like turning this off because there are times that you want to have a lead time. So for example, today is Monday, but I'm so busy, so I don't want to have a last minute appointment for the same day. So sometimes I would change the lead time to 36 days so that any people who wants to book an appointment with me would see my available appointments 36 hours from now. So they wouldn't be able to book any last minute appointments with me. So I guess this is like great. I actually like it so that I can also prepare for my future days, and I can be able to work on my own personal calendar and appointment. And then I can prepare also for the appointments that is coming my way. So the default lead time for the year is 365, but you can change this to 6 months or for only the duration of your course that you are offering. Yep, you can turn this option, allow customers to choose a specific person. So if you have a TA per class, at least when this feature is on, the students would know who are they gonna talk to. Otherwise, you can turn it off if it's just yourself teaching the class. And then make sure that you always save. You can add as much services here as you want. Then the next part is adding a staff. So by default, whoever is the owner or creating this calendar for the first time is the only person under staff. But you can also add your GAs, your RAs, or if you have a go-to person within your class and you would like this person to be in charge of any questions within your class, you can also add them. So all you need to do is find their email address. So for the purposes of this demo, let's say I'll find my colleague Neil. So I'm just going to add Neil here. And then there are options. So do I want to make him a viewer or administrator or guest? So the difference between administrator and viewer is that administrator can see everything. Viewer can also only see the calendar appointments that is booked with them. So that's the difference. And then of course guests, they cannot view. They can only view, but they cannot make any changes to their own appointment or to the whole group. I always recommend to have two administrator for any calendar, so that you as the owner will have a backup just in case you're on vacation or something comes up, then someone can reschedule your own appointment to someone else. All right, so availability for the staff that you are adding, you can make changes here. And then use the business hours. Again, you can uncheck this if, for example, Neil would like to take an appointment on a Monday. Instead of turning that off, you can turn it on and adjust the calendar. So let's say for the purposes of this demo, Neil is busy on a Tuesday, so he will be off, but other staff will be available on a Tuesday. And again, don't make sure to save any changes that you make on this site. All right, so now let's go back to services, because for the service that we just created a while ago, I would like Neil to be a part of it for assignment consultation. And initial consult, it will be just Neil, for example. Yep, so now you can see here on your page. All right, so this is how the calendar and MS Bookings looks like. So if you have all staff that has an existing appointment, you can be able to see it here. Now let's go to booking page. As you can see here, it is not published. So make sure that last minute changes has been made. before you go live. So require a 365 account if you want to limit the booking within UFT community. Otherwise, you can uncheck this if you want external people or external clients to be able to access the booking site. If this is turned on, any person who will be booking on your site will be prompted to enter their own user ID and password, so similar to how they access their email. So now if there's nothing that needs to be changed, we can publish the page. So you can copy the URL or click on open the site on the new page. Yep, so this is a sample of the assignment consultation that we make here. So let's say we select Neil as our staff. Let's see when is he available. Oh, 8 o'clock is too early for me. Let's select a different day. Let's say June 9th, June 8th. So those are his availability. And as you can see, Monday and Tuesday, he's not available because this is what we set as his hours. So we can only see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as his availability. So let's say, let's book an appointment. Let's say on the 17th. How about the 18th? And then let's select 1:30 p.m. And then now here you can enter your information. And then I'm going to type my email. I'm just going to use my user email. And then the phone number and address is optional. And then notes. I just love putting notes if I'm booking an appointment with someone, so at least they know what are we going to talk about. And then I'm just gonna say this is just a test. Yeah, this sometimes takes a while, but it will be fast. So yep, so there you go. Booking with us is done. So this is how it looks like. And if I go to calendar, now you can be able to see an appointment has been booked. As an administrator, you can see this and who is it assigned to. Let's say when we shows you the date and time and who is it assigned to, and then edit. So let's check my email just to see how it looks like on the recipient's end. So yeah, so I'm the one who booked the appointment. As you can see, there is a join your appointment. This is with MS Teams. And this is the link wherein I can change my own appointment. So let's say I can reschedule it, I can cancel it because I don't need it. This is just for testing purposes. Alright, so I think that's it for the quick demonstration about MS bookings. And now let's go back to our slide. Before starting your MS bookings page, these are the 3 things that you need to consider. Who will be the owner of the department or your class MS booking site? As I mentioned earlier, I always recommend having 2 owners. So like the first one would be creating it and just like share the link to the other person so the 2 of you can be each other's backup. Number 2, what are the program and services that you will offer? Please identify them before creating the site. And lastly, for staff and student assignments and groups, make sure that you give them the proper level permission. So if you want your TA or your GA to become an administrator, so make sure that you assign them as an admin, not just a viewer or a guest. That's it for our MS Bookings session. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or inquiries, please reach out to educationcommons@oic.help@utoronto.ca. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.